Hey guys, welcome to the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to stay tuned to the end. We are going to be chopping some soybeans. We've never done that before, so I hope you guys enjoy that. But anyway, if you guys didn't catch the first video of us chopping, check out right here. It's going to be the first video of this. It's going to be part one of this day that we're doing. So be sure to check that out, guys. In that video we chopped silage and started earlage. So I do a good job of explaining what we're doing there. So be sure to check that out. But anyway, stay tuned to the end of this video, guys. There's going to be some soybean chopping, and I'm going to explain kind of all about how this chopper works. So thank you guys so much for watching. Well, guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome to Hartung Family Farms, and today Ron is giving you part two of our September 26th video. This is recorded on September 26th when we're actually doing 3 forms of chopping in one day. It was way too long of a video to make it just one, so I made it 2. So anyway, we're resuming chopping earlage right now. Pat's driving the forage harvester, and Brian's actually going to be coming up with a second box. We chopped 2 loads of earlage. Each load lasts us about 3 days or so. So I guess each load has about I gotta do some math on that. I'll put a link in there, or I'll put a blurb of how much weight is in each wagon. But again, we are chopping forage for our cattle. Our feed ration consists of silage, which you guys saw in the previous video. If you guys haven't seen that, be sure to click this card in the top right corner right now. But it consists of silage, earlage, which we are harvesting right now. That's a bulk of our ration. But we also have put ground up hay, plain old shelled corn that's dried in our bin site. We put in about, I don't know, 10% of that, about 10% of ground up hay, a third silage, a third earlage, and you can kind of see Brian's pulling up right now. That's why Pat's stopping. Swing the spout around. Chopper's a really cool machine to have. It's an expensive machine, but it does a lot. Anyway, we also put gluten and DDG, which is byproducts of corn, which is basically just using the corn leftovers as after the process for whatever company has the corn has been doing for, in our case, ethanol and ADM. An ethanol plant is where we get the DDG, and then ADM is where we get the distillers, or I have that backwards. Anyway, but then we also put in a protein supplement as well. So, but anyway, guys, so this is Pat chopping with the FR 9060, and Brian is in our Maxim 190 pulling a Meyer 4220 forage box. This is how we typically harvest. We rarely pull behind. The only reason that we are pulling behind here is just because we're just doing one-off things. If we're actually full-blown chopping, Pat will rarely, only when he's breaking open a new pass in the fields, when we'll pull something behind. But we do have a quick hitch on there. I'll have to show you guys that sometime. But anyway, this is the last clip of my video of chopping earlage, guys. Let's get back to the video. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that. So what earlage is basically we're just taking in the whole cob and corn. We're not taking in the whole plant. It's basically just a different feed value that we put in our ration. It works really well. We have a very good rate of gain with this. So that's what we're working on right now. But anyway, I'm going to go spray. Alright guys, time to go empty out this sprayer. So let's do it. Probably my last time driving the sprayer for a little while. But first we got to check the oil. Man, I'm sure this has ever been a while. Man, a 3230K sprayer, this is something that I want to get a camera assist on bad, because you guys can kind of see, can't see that way, can't see that way. There's no way to see what's directly behind me. I really want to get a camera that's just right on the back of my boom. 2 places, one that actually looking down, making sure I'm spraying right at the back tips, and then one looking behind me for like a rear view camera. So that's next year's project. So like I said, goes back to if you guys know of any good camera companies, let me know. So I'm going to pull this thing out and start cleaning it off. Well guys, I just got the iPad out of the sprayer. I completely forgot my GoPro was dead, so I left it in the charger and forgot to grab it. But I just cleaned out the sprayer. Now looks like the corn head is off the chopper, so now we're putting the third head on. We're going to chop some more loads. Let's do it. Cleaning and loading. Trying to empty this bin out, guys, before it gets put new corn in there. Hook up the pickup head. Now guys, we're just waiting on a bagger to come who can actually, we're gonna put all this soybeans in a bag. So we're just waiting for a bagger to come, our bagger guy to come over, Mark Miller, and then we're gonna get rolling. So here's the plan, ladies, gents, and germs. So I'm gonna go hook Pat up to a wagon. He's gonna start chopping. I'm gonna take the 7120 over there. There's already a wagon over there. So we're basically just going to start chopping and then hopefully fill 2 loads. And by the time we get those full, hopefully our bagger guy will be here. But first I got to put the bucket on the loader tractor, because the guy who's running the bagger likes to have a bucket to basically stomp down the stalks in front of the bag so it doesn't puncture it. So le bucket is lay on. So now let's get in the 7120 and head northbound. There goes Curtis, ready to go haul manure. And Pat's gonna go chop. There goes Curtis in the Maxim 190 and the New Holland 190 manure spreader. And I'm in the 7140. Alrighty, ladies and germs. Chopping along right now. We're chopping soybeans. First time we've ever done that. So I'm in the 7120, pulling one of our 4220 Meyer chopper boxes. You can kind of see that's chopping into me. Stuff's actually chopping pretty nicely. So we'll keep moving. And I'm back. So, as you guys just saw, Curtis and Brian are actually going to be hauling manure right now, or they're working on it. Curtis is in the Maxim 190, which you guys just saw about 10 minutes ago, and the 195 manure spreader, and Brian is in the SV 280 skid loader, I want to say. So they're working on hauling manure, and the big reason why we are chopping these soybeans, I'll kind of get into all that later, but the biggest reason why is because we have cattle to sell and we have no place to haul the manure. So we cannot basically haul a ton of cattle in, or a load of cattle in when they're all full of manure. They just won't, the processing plant won't take it. So that's why we really needed to chop this off to get a place where we can haul manure. And I just noticed that I was sitting along the road, and I just noticed that Wendling Quarries, which must be moving one of their plants, because they have like 20 trucks that have driven by while we were doing this. But anyway, so back to what you guys are seeing right now. Pat is actually chopping soybeans. Have any of you guys ever done that? If you guys have done that, be sure to drop a comment down below and let me know how it worked. This is our first time we've ever done it. We're actually sent a sample off to a lab right now just to kind of get the feed value out of it. We are chopping the soybeans because we actually took the prevent plant payment on these acres. The biggest reason, if you guys haven't, there's going to be some videos. Check back to my later spring planting videos. It'll kind of see, but we had a really wet spring, and we weren't able to get this planted until almost July. I think it was like June 30th when we got this planted, which is really late for us. We usually like to have our soybeans in by the 20th of June, which that's even still pushing it. The field right on the kind of upper right corner of the screen right now is actually planted on June 27th, and we did not take the prevent plant payment. We feel we're still going to get a good return on that, but this stuff, which was still a little bit wetter, we didn't plant late enough, so we actually just planted down soybeans as a cover crop, whatever leftover seed that we have. And it wasn't until after we planted that we figured out that after September 1st we could harvest that for forage. We were just going to till all this under. We were just going to work all these soybeans underneath and just kind of use them for organic matter for next year, but it actually worked out where hopefully this worked out as this will be good feed for us. But so anyway, Pat is chopping, pulling the wagon behind him. He's going to pull this the entire night. These soybeans were extremely tough. We ended up plugging our chopper about 5 times or so. But the worst part was actually bagging, which you guys will kind of see a little bit later. We did bag all these. So, and that was just a complete pain in the butt. It would not feed whatsoever. But anyway, back to what we're doing. So as you can kind of see, Pat's chopping away right now. He's just creeping along. I think he was able to go 3.5, 4 mile an hour. Not very fast whatsoever. And I'm kind of actually sitting right in the shadow right there. It's kind of neat. But anyway, I'm going to come around and hook up to that 4220 box that's sitting right in that shadow. And Pat's going to come chop into me. But like I said, the biggest reason why we are chopping this is we were hoping to be a good feed value, and we wanted to kind of use the soybeans that were just kind of see. It was a little experiment, but we wanted to use it and not just let it kind of go into organic matter. But And you can kind of see Pat plugged up right there. He's gonna have to go forward and backward a couple times now. But these soybeans were extremely damp, and they were really viney and kind of rough on the chopper. I don't know if we'll ever try this again. I mean, if we get into a situation if it's either waste the crop or do this, we'll probably do this again. Having a chopper, guys, is a really good kind of backup plan for us. I mean, we have cattle, and cattle eat just about anything, but we really think this will be good feed value for our cattle. We bagged it at the right, or we harvested it at the right time, and you can kind of see there's a lot here. We were expecting to get 40 loads out of this entire field, or sorry, 20 loads out of this entire 40 acres, and it ended up being closer to 40 loads if we would have chopped it all. But it ended up being about an acre to 1.1 acres per load, which is unreal. Like it's not as much as silage, but I mean that's a lot of feed right there. So, and if you guys I don't think I mentioned this before, but if you guys haven't seen the video, I actually got some drone footage of, we hired our neighbor to come and windrow all this for us. So if you guys haven't seen that already, be sure to check out the card. It'll be in the top right corner right now, so be sure and check that out. So anyway, I do got a quick question for you guys. How do you guys like these videos where these drone shots where these videos where I have drone shots? Would you rather have me have voiceover where we're talking? There's the full wagon he just set out of the way. Or would you rather have music to it? Here's Curtis pulling up. He's going to help me hook up to that wagon. And then it's just going to be a time lapse. So anyway, what do you guys think? Would you guys rather have music to these videos with drone shots, or would you rather have me have voiceover? So I always like time lapses. What do you guys think? So Curtis is going to be hauling manure to the right there, and then Pat and myself are chopping, and then Brian's in the right yard there scooping up manure. But anyway, guys, this is the last of the drone footage that we got. My battery's killed on me. Actually, the drone landed itself somehow. It was actually pretty nice because I was busy chopping, and we weren't stopping because it was already 6 o'clock at this point, and they ended up chopping till about 4:30 in the morning just to get it done before the rain. So anyway, back to the video. Here it is, guys. Beanage. Doesn't look amazing, but it actually doesn't look too bad. Chopped up nicely. All the kernels are pretty, or the pods and seeds are pretty well moist, but they're pretty well cracked. So this thing's making it 1 acre per load. This thing's gonna be over 40 loads, which is double what we were expecting. This is unreal. So not bad for a cover crop, guys. This is gonna be some good feed, hopefully. Alrighty, there goes Pat in the 50. I am going to take the loader and back drag these stalks to kind of push them down. Rich Brady Camp, or not Rich, why am I thinking about Mark Miller, the guy who usually comes and helps, is busy right now. He won't be here for a couple hours, so we're gonna go ahead and get started because it's got rain coming tonight and there's a lot of feed on the ground. So I'm gonna start back dragging these stalks. So now I took the bucket off. I got done back dragging and took the bucket off, put the points on. We're gonna get the bag and we're gonna stick on that bagger. This tractor's all sorts of goofy. The windshield wiper will not turn off now, it's just on intermittent. So we'll get the bag, stick it on the bagger hopefully within an hour, and then start bagging. Oy, oy, oy. Here we are, guys. So we're finally chopping. Sorry I wasn't able to get much of this for you. We are in a hurry. I gotta get up to the Twin Cities tonight. And Pat really needed to get going because we have about 40 loads to do, and there's nowhere in the world we're gonna have enough time for that. So we just gotta get as much feed as we can, because if this stuff gets rained on, it is probably going to be junk. So we're gonna try and put up as much of this as we can. Bun is still working away. Just back up the corn head done. How this bagger works is I'll kind of show you up front, but essentially you're just stuffing it in a bag. We have this go bracing behind you, and it uses its own weight and force to push it forward. So, not too shabby. Well, guys, we're bagging along right now. It's being real finicky. Very, very finicky. Real wet stuff. The bagger's not one to take it, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Alrighty, guys, there goes Brian in the 7120. He took my spot. Kurt's unloading the 190. I'm gonna get one more load with the 340, and probably just park it over here. And I'm gonna call it good for me, guys. I gotta head to the Twin Cities tonight because I'm heading up to North Dakota. I gotta be there tomorrow morning. So let's get moving. Alrighty, ladies and gents, I'm in the 340. Time to get it moving on, because I got places to be tonight. So we're gonna take this thing, go get one more load. Call her a day for me. Oh hey, looky there, I lied. So it looks like Pat just unhooked, just because he knows he's gonna be waiting, so he just unhooked with Brian. They switched wagons. So they're just gonna keep running with 2 people. Pat's got a church meeting at 7, so they're not gonna run very long. So I don't feel too bad taking off. But alrighty guys, there's Pat chopping away. Would've been great, it's golden hour right now, would've been great light for chopping. But I gotta take off. Duty calls or work calls, so I'm gonna pick up my drone right here, which I landed by itself, thankfully, because it was out of battery and I was in the middle of chopping. Alright, grab that. Here she is. And I'm gonna head north, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed that videos. I think I recorded 2 while I was doing this. If you guys did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Hartung Family Farms. And of course, guys, as always, a ta-ta for now. And also, if anything else go wrong with this auger, it was leaking, Merry Christmas. Alright, see you guys. Hey, you guys want to know a fun fact about that auger you guys just saw? So this GoPro that I'm recording on right now, I accidentally stuck that on that auger for about a week, and then I went up to North Dakota and I could not find it. So there's a reason why I had a lag in my videos, guys. But anyway, I got the GoPro, everything works, thankfully, because it was sopping wet. I'm really lucky it didn't get destroyed because I de-waterproofed my GoPro when I stuck the external mic on. So anyway, thanks for watching the video, guys, and have a good one. New videos out every other day for the foreseeable future. Hope you guys enjoy it.